Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Hari Om Tat Sat. Srimad Bhagavad Gita, 11th chapter, Vishwarupa Darshana Yogam. Sloka number 38. Arjuna Uvacha Tvamadidevam Purusha Tvamadideva Purusha Puranaha Tvamasya Vishwasya Param Nidhanam Vettasi Vedyam Cha Parancha Dhamam Tvaya Tatam Vishwamanantarupam In the life, basically, primarily we must play the role of the devotee, and secondarily all other roles. But primarily, basically, we must play the role of the devotee. How? Morning when we get up from the bed, that time immediately it should come in our mind that I am the devotee of the Lord. Whether it is a Vishwarupa Ishvara or Ekarupa Ishtadevata, and immediately remember the names of that Lord and do the namaskara to his feet mentally, all that, and 1 or 2 minutes you meditate. Now I am going to act on this day as the devotee of the Lord. So primarily I am the devotee. When this bhavana is more and more established and becomes strong, then we never commit the mistakes or go in a wrong way. That is the advantage. Of course, finally that devotion leads you to the Jnanam also. So, but we have to deliberately make it a point and decide and do this. Afterwards, I am husband, wife and mother, father, all that roles, but devotee. Then you will remember or you may recollect that devotee means how I should be. What Lord is expecting from me. Because He told many things about the qualities of the devotee in the Gita. I heard them, so I can remember them. So, and not only in the morning, throughout the day, in between also, whenever you are doing the interactions with the world and the Vyavahar, also try to remember more and more the Lord. As I am the devotee. And finally at the time of the sleep, again on the bed, you, as a devotee, I woke up, and as a devotee, I am sleeping now. I am sleeping in the lap of the Lord. Therefore, I have no any fear, I have no any commitment, I have no any regrets, I have no any arrogance or sense of guilt. So with this Lord, I belong to you, and sleep. So you are in full security. But whatever may happen, you never bother about the what is going to happen, because I am in the care of the Lord totally. As the child in the mother's lap or in the hands, how the child feels so secure. Therefore, this is the idea behind the devotion if we claim that I am a devotee. Now, we remember what happened to the Arjuna. The temporarily borrowed Divya Chakshu, temporarily borrowed or given by the Lord, that Divya Chakshu, anything temporarily borrowed, it won't stay for long. Then slowly it started fading out. As like Xerox copy, after some time you keep it just like that, it will fade out. Because of that fade out in Arjuna's vision, three stages gradually happening. In the first stage, he expressed the excitement, and in the second stage, he expressed the fear, and now that fear, because there is no other way to escape except surrender to the Lord. So the devotion started expressing. But this is not the end. The devotion again, really it should become mature, and it slowly leads to the Gnanam. Arupa Ishvara Gnanam. Therefore, he expressed all that. Then in 36th sloka onwards, he started telling to the Lord. Here also, he uses a very, very profound abstract statements and the words like Upanishad to say the glory of the Lord. One side there is a fear, now he is surrendered and bhakti has come, and that's why pranamya bhita bhita prasida, he asked in the, before Sanjaya told that, then he says that yes, it is very much correct to worship you, to take you as the boss or the leader, Yajamana of my life, controller of my life, because you are so great. After having, you are greater than the Brahmaji, and you are the creator of the Brahmaji. Therefore, you are definitely worthy of worship. Then why can't the good people worship you? Why they won't worship? Definitely they will worship you. Like that in 36 and 37th shlokas. In 36 he also mentioned, but some are run away from you, they won't do namaskara or surrender, or they won't like you. Who are they? The demonic quality people, rakshasaha. So both the ways. Therefore, one side, in some people in the world are very much attracted to you, they love you. Then in 38th shloka, only he used from 37, the third line onwards, Ananta Devesha Jagannivasa and Tvam Aksharam Sad Asad Tat Param. These are all very, very profound words about the absolute reality, the truth Brahman. I explained already. And in 38th shloka, this also we have completed. Here again, some 8 to 9 words. You are the Adi Devaha, you are the Purushaha, you are Puranaha, and you are the ultimate resolution, abode of all the Vishwasya Param Nidhanam. And then you are Vetasi Vedyam Cha. These two words also I explained. One or two words extra I will tell for this particular phrase. Vetasi Vedyam Cha. That means I already told you are the knower and you are the known. That means here knower and known. In which level can we really say at the absolute standpoint in the Brahman Aksharam, you cannot say Veta. If you say Veta, it becomes a verb. Then it becomes a verb, and then therefore the Lord is seeing and he is seeing himself. The seeing word or knowing word is not valid in the Brahman, because when Brahman knowing himself, then again duality will come, and as well as the verb kriya knowing comes. In Brahman there is no any action. There is no any action. He need not to do anything. See, duality. That day I told subject and object you are. But still, one thing for us to, instead of taking about the Brahman, here Arjuna telling like that because he himself used the word Aksharam, Sadasat Param, you are the beyond the manifest and unmanifest. Then why he says here, Veta, Vedyam, as a Vishwa, Taijasa and Prajna, Mandukya language, as a Vishwa, waking person, Jagrata Purusha, Swapna Purusha and Nidra Purusha. Vishwa, Taijasa, Prajna. These three is the Veta. Knowing what? Knowing the Jagrat Prapancha, Swapna Prapancha and Karana Prapancha. But all these two things comes under where? Relative, not in the absolute. Because Vishwa, Taijasa, Prajna, Jagrat, Swapna, Sushupti, these are all at the relative level. But the absolute is beyond this. Beyond this. Because if these words are, you are the knower, you are the known, then duality comes. That's why that day I told that subject-object division is not there. That is the meaning. But the statement is to say generally, you are the knower, you are the known. That we can take in this level. Or Adhyastha Chidabhasa Sahita, this Ahang Buddhi, which is superimposed or reflected by the Bimba Chaitanyam. Adhyastha means superimposed or conditioned consciousness, Chidabhasa Buddhi. Through that, there only the Buddhi has to know what is the real nature of me, where from I fallen here as a Chidabhasa, as a reflection. So it has to recognize in the Buddhi, Veta. But it is a Adhyastha Chidabhasa Chaitanyam. Adhyastha means superimposed. In that way also. So it is a very, very important statement to look in three different angles. Okay, anyhow, that is important word. And then Vishwa word also used 2 times here in this shloka. I'm talking about the 38th shloka only, which we have completed last class. Vishwa. One Vishwa word in the second line. Tvam asya vishwasya param nidhanam. Then tvaya vishwam tatam he anantarupa. Anantarupa vishwam is pervaded by you. Now Vishwa word is very, very beautiful word, which is the first name of the Lord Vishnu in Vishnu Sahasranamam. In Vishnu Sahasranama Bhashyam, Shankara gives so many definitions. I would like to say one or two here. Vivida Pratyaya Gamyam iti Vishwam. Vivida Pratyaya Gamya means by different sense organs with different recognition, eyes goes and see the rupa and color, form and the color. Ears go and listen all the sounds. Pratyaya means seeing thought, listening thought. Pratyaya means thought only. So Vividha Pratyaya Gamyam. Where these senses are going and what they are looking, what they are knowing, what they are discovering, tasting, touching, smelling. Vishwam. Therefore, that is called Vividham Pratyagamyam Vishwam. Another meaning, Vishwasya Jagatasya Karanatvena iti Vishwam. Because that something, the power Brahman, who is through his Maya becomes the cause of this Vishwasya Karanatvena, becomes the cause, Jagatasya. Therefore, it is called Vishwam. Another meaning, Vishati iti Vishwam. Brahman entered into this, all these Nama Rupas, as Upanishad says, he created Tat Srishtva Tadevanupravishat. He constructed the house, then he made the Griha Pravesham. But that is entry without entry. Entry without entry. Upanishad, but it introduced like that first. Tat Srishtva. First of all, he thought of Sokamayata. Then he created through his Maya Shakti. Then everything is ready. Then he thought that without me all this, what is the use? Let me enter in everything. Tadevanu pravishat. But that there we discussed later in some other place that entry is entry like entry. What it means? When I look into the mirror, my face reflection is appearing in that. Now what happened? Really my face went and entered into the mirror? But as though it is entered, it is. This is entry without entry. Entry like entry. Okay. So therefore, this Vishwa word, or Mundakopanishad says, Brahmai Vedam Vishwam, Mundakopanishad. Brahmayeva idam Vishwam. Purusha Evedam Vishwam. That Parama Purusha only idam Vishwam. Like that, many meanings are told. Okay. Now, one more word also I have to explain, and I told By taking the 7th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, this tatam word you have to recollect. Tvaya idam vishwam tatam. Tatam means pervaded, spreaded over. Vyaptam. That tatam word came there in the 7th chapter, 7th sloka. What Bhagavan said there? Matta parataram nanyat kinchidasti dhananjaya mai sarvamidam protam sutre manigana iva. So tatam word here also, matta paratam nanyasti kinchidasti dhananjaya mai sarvamidam protam sutre manigana iva. Protam and tatam are one and the same word. Okay. What is the meaning of it? Why this statement I am telling? That tatam, where I stand, I exist. Why I feel myself separate? Bhagavan says, I am only pervaded. Apart from me, there is nothing. Even a little bit is, nothing is there apart from me. My sarvamidam protam. How? The example Bhagavan gives there himself, sutre manigana iva, as like the thread which holds all the beads of the chain. But that example, if we are not able to understand properly, there is a problem. Oh, Bhagavan is thread and beads are beads. They are separate. Bhagavan only entered into all the objects, names and forms. Bhagavan himself is all the objects. There is a lot of difference between these two statements. Gold entered in all the ornaments. Gold alone, the ornaments. When you say entered, oh, ornament already is there and gold went and joined. So Namarupas are there, Bhagavan also went and joined. No. In the same way, Sutre Manigana Iva, oh, the beads are different. Bhagavan is like a thread. This is our problem. Namarupa Jagat, that is there. And Bhagavan also there. Then he is supporting them. That is wrong. According to Mundakopanishad and all that, Nimitta Upadana Karanam. He himself is the Namarupa. He himself is the object. He himself is everything. Therefore, that example of Sutre Manigana, we have to take like this. I explained that time. Now, being it is a context, I like to highlight it. Thread is there. Now, you put the knots with the thread. In the same thread, you put knot. We can put, no? So many knots. Now, that knot is separate from the thread. Just like that. If you take this example, then it is appropriate. Okay. Now, here, that example and very good example, understanding in that way. Now, I will ask a question here, that knot to become a thread, that knot to become a thread, what it has to do? I will give another example. how you have to say that? Nothing to do. How you have to say? Onnu panna venda. Or take another example. Say, the wave to merge, to become one with the ocean, what it has to do? Nothing to do. How much distance it has to travel? How much time it has to travel? No distance. Therefore, nothing to do, nowhere to go. Why this discussion? Me, self, I need not to go to join with the Lord somewhere after traveling some distance, after some time. No. If that is the truth, why the people, the so-called devotees, are why we struggle? Why you keep the Lord away? Because of ignorance. We are not ready to accept our real essential nature. We are not able to give up our lower nature and upadhi supports and holding on to and struggling. The small baby holds its own hair and feels pain and cry. It doesn't know how to remove. Many times while crawling, the hand goes under the stomach, small hand, and she could not able to remove the hand from the under the stomach, then cries. Who kept? She only kept. Whose? Her own abdomen. But still cries. Unable to know what happened. Exactly like that. So this Tatam word we have to understand in such a way. Now Arjuna is praising, Lord is kept outside. These prayers are very good. You can also do Parayana. Without knowing, understanding how much Parayana you may do, your ignorance won't go. Your fear won't go. Your delusion won't go. That's why this clarification. Now, after saying this much, now Arjuna coming to the little gross level, I can say, that is abstract, Adidevam, Param, Aksharam, Sadasat, all this. Now, but I can tell you, you only told me sometime back, 39th shloka, Vayur emognir varuna sheshankaha प्रजापतिस्त्वं प्रपितामहश्च नमो नमस्तेस्तु सहस्रकृत्वः पुनश्च भूयोऽपि नमो नमस्ते Now, he is telling in the first line, you are the Vayu. Because I am very easily can see, everybody can see. See means feel, Vayu. So, you are the Vayu, you are the Yamaha, you are the Agnihi, you are the Varunaha, you are the Sheshankaha, You are the Prajapati. And you are the great grandfather. Prapitamaha. Pita, Pitamaha, Prapitamaha. Our father is Brahmaji. Brahmaji's father is Vishnu Bhagavan. So our great grandfather is Vishnu. So Arjuna calling in that way. All these words very easy. Vayuhu. See, each Panchabhuta, once upon a time in the first that Yuga, beginning, first Yuga, Kruta Yuga, Satya Yuga otherwise, there is no this kind of Rupa worship and all these things. Even Vedas uses the names of the Narayana, Vishnu and all that. Veda doesn't use the word Rama and Krishna. But Narayana, Vishnu, these words are, all these Panchabhutas names will be there. That's why Namaste Vayo Tvameva Pratyaksham Brahmasi Tvameva Pratyaksham Brahma Vadishyami. Vayu. So they used to worship the Panchamahabhutas. That itself is the Lord, Brahman. Like that, here we see the death, old age people going, that Yama, the Kala, you are the Kala, Yama, and Agni. Like that, we have to include all the Panchamahabhutas, all the different faculties or the facets which are functioning in this world. Seshanka means moon. Prajapati. After Brahmaji born, what he did, I am also very busy. I have to take with four of my heads 4 satsangs. So I have no time to create. Then he created the Prajapatis. He created the Manus, 14 Manus. And the 14 Manus again they created Prajapatis. Here Prajapati means Brahmaji's name itself is called sometimes Prajapati in Upanishad. Or later Manus and under the Manus many people came later. They are all Prajapatis because of whom the Praja created. And then in the third line means I am making the shloka into 4 lines, 4 bits. In third pada. Namo namastestu sahasrakrutvaha. Now he become tired. What to say about you? Apart from doing the namaskara, shatakoti namaskara, sahasra namaskara, okay, sahasrakrutvaha. 1,000 crores and crores of namaskaras to you. So therefore see how many times he says, Namo namastestu, punascha bhuyahapi namaha, again and again namaskara, again namaskara, koti namaskara. The meaning, the importance and the power of namaskara. What it is. First, before going to tell about the namaskara, let me remind you some more the first line, second line statement, like statements in Suktam and in Upanishad. Because how it is similar, there also this kind of expressions are there. For Vayu I told already this Namaste Vayo Tvameva Pratyaksham Brahmasya. Now about this Tvam Vayu, Tvam Agni, Tvam Yamaha, Tvam Varuna, like that. In Narayana Suktam, Sabrahma Sashiva Saharisendra Sokshara Paramaswarat Ritagum Satyam Param Brahma Purusham Krishna Pingalam Urdhvaretam. But the first line is important. Sabrahma, he is the Brahma. Sabrahma Sashiva, same, he is the Shiva, he is the Indra, he is the Akshara, he is the Paramaswarat. Same kind of expression comes in the Kaivalya Upanishad. But there the words are little different and little more also added. Sa Brahma sa Shiva Sendraha Sayeva Vishnu sa Pranaha Sakalogni sa Chandramaha. Like that, many more words are added. Because this is a Upanishad word, not the Vedic chanting, therefore I made it as a sloka. Sa Brahma sa Shiva Sendraha Sokshara Paramaswarat Sayeva Vishnu Sapranaha Sakalogni sa Chandramaha. This is Kaivalya Upanishad. You are able to understand why I am quoting? Here Arjuna is telling that only. And finally, from the Ganapati Atharvana Sirsham. All this we read it here, that's why I taught you. And Kaivalya Upanishad also is Tvam Brahma, Tvam Vishnustvam Rudrastvam Indrastvam Agnistvam Vayustvam Suryastvam Chandramasstvam Brahma Bhur Bhuvassuvarom Ganadim Purvamucharya Varnadim Ganapati Atharvana Sirsham. Same. There Ganapati has taken as the Brahman, Aksharam. So like this, a similar expression in so many places. Then, now, this Namaskara, okay, Nama. Normal meaning, Naman, Nam, and it's a Namaskar, the saluting. Na, if you take as a negative particle, and Mama, Ma, I am not there, you are only there, I am not there. More Namaskaras, less ego. Less Namaskaras, more ego. If you want to reduce your ego, keep on do Namaskara, as Arjuna is doing now. Keep on do Namaskara, at least mentally. Do Namaskara to everything. Have that feeling of whatever you see, trees, animals, plants, everything, Namaskara. Or at least sometimes with that. But Bhavana is more important. So more Namaskara, less Ahankara. The Ahankara is more strong, those people who won't do Namaskara. They hesitate, they do shortcut. Like that. Very important. It is good for me only. I all the time remember, I show my thanks and gratitude towards the Lord. What a wonderful, what you have to spend for it. That way, Sarvebhyo Devebhyo Namo Namaha, Sarvebhyo Pitrubhyo Namo Namaha, Sarvebhyo Rishibhyo Namo Namaha, Sarvebhyo Vrukshebhyo Namo Namaha, Sarvebhyo Jivebhyo Namo Namaha. It is 5 Namaskaras, Pancha Mahayagnas like. Okay? So, Arjuna, next sloka also again he will tell Namaskara. And This namaskara, there is a one Subhashita which tells about Akashat patitam toyam yada gacchati sagaram तथा सर्वदेव नमस्कारं केशवं प्रतिगच्छति. The water which falls from the sky on the earth, finally all that water goes and merge and reach towards merge in the ocean. In the same way, you do namaskara to any Sarvadeva Namaskaram. Deva means not only Deva, I told just now, for everything. Everything. Even you, can I do namaskara to the fan and the light? Yeah, do it. But people will think that what Paicham is a Arjuna, you will feel like that only. He is going to say now next also. Hundreds and hundreds and thousands of namaskara. This side namaskara, that side namaskara, this side namaskara, all around namaskara. Why? It is a crack or what? What happened? So you need not to that only indicating that Ayuda Puja. Not in once in year doing and eating the puri, sundal. Sadrupena, every object is nothing but the presence of the Lord. And in this way, if you start, contemplating, do you need to go all the way to see the Lord somewhere? By struggling and doing journey and then standing in a long hours in the queue and feeling so tired and pushed by the people and spending a lot of money, what the wave has to do? Nothing to do. So bhakti is so simple and jnanam also simple. But this mind always wants complicated things. That's why it will make the life complicated, things complicated. In religion, lot of complications, complexity. Then it feels so high. But Shastra says nothing to do, nowhere to go. So here now itself, while listening to this 11th chapter, these shlokas, I am in my own house. I am with my own abode, myself. So, Sarvadeva Namaskaram Keshavam Pratigacchati. And next shloka we will read. There also lot of namaskaras. Shloka number 40. Namah purastathada prushtataste. Namostu te sarvata eva sarva. Ananta viryamita vikramasvam. Ananta viryamita vikramasvam. Sarvam samapnoshi tatosi sarvaha. Tatosi sarvaha. I will just tell the general meaning of this shloka first. He is continuing his salutations, namaskara. From the front side, namaskara to you. From the back side, namaskara to you. From the back side means to your back, namaskara, to your front, namaskara. Okay? That means what? Actually, I, in front I do namaskara, in back also namaskara, but I can't do, I have to turn that. Then, namaha astute, for you all the time namaskara. Sarvata eva sarva, this word only I just spoke now. In all the 10 directions, he says. Now, if you see in all your 10 directions, 10 directions, 8 main, 8 four corners and 1 top and down. What is there? Something is there. Some material, some object. Hey, something is there. That everything is you only. Sarvasharvashivasthanuhu bhutadhinidhiravyayah sambhavo bhavano bharta prabhuva prabhurishwarah. Sarva. Therefore, I sarvata eva sarva. Sarvataha eva sarva. Because all round, sarvataha eva, O Lord. Here sarva is the name of the Lord. You are only in all the directions. Direction itself is you. The objects are you. Then that's why I told namaskara. Surrender. This I, ego, individuality is not there. I am not there. You only there. You only there. You only there. You. This is real Sharanagati Prapatti. Then afterwards, I have no choice to do any complaint. Afterwards, I have no choice to become miserable. I have no choice to desire anything. Because not only this, now I got the Gnanam. When I say you are only all the sides, what is that you? That you is only I only. That you, when I say you, for you it is I, isn't it? But so you is not real actually, I is real. But for only conversation's sake. You got the point? When somebody says you, what it comes in your mind? I. Oh, you are telling about me? I. So for everybody, I only. There is no you. Then, if at all I do namaskara, I am saluting to myself. Like in Guru Gita it came, no? Or in the Ashtavakra Gita, okay? Aho aham. What a great wonder, great I, wonderful I. And you are Anantavirya Amita Vikramaha. This is a phrase, one word like that. What it means, see, I have courage to take some decision, to do something, but I have no power. I have the power, but I have no courage to take the decision. For example, Prime Minister of the country, he should have these two. He has the power, he can execute, he can say, like Dhritarashtra has got the power but no courage to stop the war. So only having one is no use. I am very courageous. I want to bring lot of changes in the world. but I have no any power. Nobody will listen to me. But I am the chief minister or president of the country, prime minister. But I have no courage to bring the rules. How difficult bills the government is passing with great difficulty, but with a lot of alert and vigilance. Some problems will come, some against people will talk, but what is needed? Remove the 370 architect means remove. Remove the walkboard means remove. Courage. So if any Raja, leader of the country, is able to have that power and the courage to execute something good for the people, remember, he is nothing but the another incarnation of the Lord. The expression of the Lord. Everyone can't do that. Because here I would like to highlight one more point of, we are talking since last 2 weeks about the willpower and the fate. Yes? Now you understand here, willpower has got two dimensions, two angles. One is using the willpower only for material benefits. Material benefits. With willpower, determination, I work hard, I do overwork, I will work on Sunday also, so I will get money, I earn, I construct the house. All that material benefits say, I will read it, I will go through this NEET exam or the JEE exam, so willpower needed. So material benefits sake, people use their willpower. But there is another side angle of the willpower is using the willpower for the spiritual benefit. When we decide to use the willpower for the spiritual benefit. Now the spiritual benefit I am telling at the individual level. Now again bring that previous point. Using that willpower for the samashti, the whole loka samasta sukhino bhavantu level is also equal. What the king or the prime minister do. But it is not for his own selfish benefits. Tyagam, everything is a tyagam, give up, give. Live for the country. So the point is, when you utilizing that willpower for your spiritual growth, remember in that the Lord's will also joined. Lord's will also join. Because Lord Ishvara feels happy, then He provides us. Remember, that's why in us, if we have get the Shraddha, Bhakti, commitment, interest in spiritual Shravanam, Shastra Adhyayanam, all these are all because of Lord's will also merged and working with your will, but not in the materialistic benefits. That's why Bhagavan told previously, Etam dadami buddhi yogam, I will give them a proper right understanding. I will give them asparsha yoga. Many different words Bhagavan used in the previous chapters. Very important. Dadami buddhi yogam tam. I will make them to understand. I will be in the back because their will is now used for the spiritual. Then I also cooperate. Okay, this is not a side point. related to this only. Ananta Viryam Amita Vikramat. You are having this both, O Lord. Therefore, Sarvam Samapnoshi Tatosi Sarvaha. Therefore, Sarvam, again, Samapnoshi meaning nothing but Tatam only. Vyapnoti only. Apnoshi, apnoti. Sam apnoshi. Very well, samyak vyapnoshi. Perfectly, fully. In evening, that class somewhere I told, no? In milk, ghee pervaded where? Everywhere. But you can't see. Gnana nirmadanarchat. Okay? Pasham dahati panditaha. Kaivalyam. When you churn, okay? Atmanamaranim krutva pranavam chottaranim gnana nirmadanabhyasat. Gnana nirmadanam. Kadaya. Pasham dahati panditaha. The ignorance destroys, removed. So, tatahasi. So you are finally what to say? Everything, 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 everything. And so this namaskara is a very important shloka. Finally, I conclude here. This namaskara also again in Ganapati Adharavana Sirsha, we did it there. Okay? Here Krishna, Arjuna is telling, you know, Atat purastat namaha paschat namaha. Yeah? Okay. Nama purastadat prushtastaste. But in Ganapati Adharana Sirsha, telling to that Ganapati Brahman, Aksharam, as Ava paschataat, ava purastaat, ava tarataat, ava dakshinatat, ava chordhvataat, ava dharataat, sarvato mam pahi pahi samantat. Exactly. That's why when we go to the temple, all the sides they will keep gods. Whether they keep all the sides gods or not, you go round. Why you do pradakshina? Because all round, you keep hand like this and go. Means what? Any devotee, whoever goes to the temple, either full temple or inside or Garbha Kovil, he makes the pradakshina and with the namaskara. So the feeling is, all the directions you are there. No one will come without doing pradakshina. And finally, no one will come out of the temple without sitting. That is also another important thing. Now, sit within yourself. Whatever you saw there, Lord, see Him inside. So, no distance for you and Him. No distance. Enough of rounding, roaming. Chumma ire. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om. Hari Om Tat Sat.